Hey guys, it's Matt from You and Your Horror Movies, and I am doing another random review. With this review, it comes from a movie that just got released this past Tuesday, and it was done in 2014, but it is called Blood Moon. Found this at Walmart for $10. Now you look at the cover art, you're thinking, this could be a werewolf film. It's a Western horror film, and the way they do it is instead of being a werewolf, they do the Native American folklore of the Skinwalker. Now, the Skinwalker is supposed to be a half man, half beast monster. This turns out to be a cool creature feature film. Now, so it takes place in the Wild West, which is even interesting. Uh, Pretty much, we'll start off with a gunslinger who happens to be his horse broke its legs. He can't take it anymore. He puts the horse out of his misery. He is now on a trail, and out comes a stagecoach. Talks to the guys in the stagecoach to say, I need a ride and everything. Gives them $1. Says, I'll give you $4 more later on. So they give him a ride. And they're introduced to a bunch of other characters in the stagecoach. Now, these all different kind of eclectic characters. One is a mistress who owns a saloon. She has a thing of silver. You have a married couple. There's a priest. There is a Englishman newspaper writer. He's a reporter. And they're going along the stagecoach, and then they find a kind of rundown parlor, funeral home, and of course they find the owner of the parlor mauled, like gutted, liver missing, and everything. Now this eccentric gunslinger is like, wow, his liver's missing, this is missing, and everyone's like, who are you, mister? And he just pretty much says to the movie, they keep asking him where he's from. He's like, oh, just a small place you probably never heard of. But he's very fast with his guns and everything. Pretty cool guy. Also, you have these two bank robbers. They just robbed a bank. They shot the teller in the face, and they take off from this small town, and they end up catching up to the group at the parlor home. At yes, and of course they're held up. There's a gunfight, and the two gunslingers, or the two bank robbers, capture them and hold them off into this parlor hall. Well, town sheriff grabs a Native American woman there and says, you're my guide. I need you to track, and we need to hunt down these individuals. Now, there's something fishy about the Native American woman, too. She always likes to drink, but there's a storyline behind that. So, pretty much, the people in the parlor hall are being attacked one by one by this monster, this skinwalker. And of course, the eccentric gunslinger knows it's a skinwalker. He says he's dealt with some kind of creatures before. Hint. And pretty much, this movie is awesome. This all practical effects from the monster, a little bit of CGI, but nothing. It's like 99% practical effects and maybe a 1% CGI. It is a guy in a suit, and they do some scenes where they have two different heads of the monster, one for puppetry, and the other one is worn on the man. My other thoughts on this film is definitely this was an awesome blind buy. I saw the trailer a long time ago. I thought, okay, maybe a Western werewolf film that'd be kind of different, but no, this movie was awesome. I highly, highly recommend this film, especially if you love a Western horror, which is not many of them. If you're like into werewolf films, kind of a werewolf film, but I said it's a skinwalker, and they explain that in the special features. With the special features too, they interview the director, who is Jeremy Wooding, and they explain a little bit of the eccentric gunman, and possibly a part two, because near the end, you kind of figure out why this gunman does what he does, and he doesn't take jobs for granted. He was pretty much offered a job as a sheriff. He turned it down because he has another job somewhere else. And like, oh, what are you gonna do over there? He's like, well, there's this fanged, winged monster that needs some destroying. Comes up, he is a monster hunter, and this one he is after the Skinwalker nearby. So now, hopefully, they do a Blood Moon 2. That'll be pretty awesome. I would love to see that. Uh, Other thoughts in this film? The acting is great. For the timeline, you don't see any major blunders in the film. Everything was specific to the timeline. I don't. They never gave the exact year of the western, but everything was spot on. The showgirl was wearing the right garments. Even the sheriff, was pretty cool in this, and the Native Americans were working well together. So very cool. There was a cool transformation in this film. I'm not going to get much into it, but the Skinwalker itself is always in full garment. He's always in his beast mode. It always happens during the blood moon. That's why it's called blood moon. Because every time they look outside, the moon is pretty much red. But there's another transformation for something else. I'm not going to get into that because that was pretty cool. Got some good gore to it. Some good practical effects. Like I said, not much CGI. It was all not even puppetry, but blown out costumes. It was made on a tight budget, so the graphics team did, not the graphics team, the practical effects team did well for what their budget had. They were very proud of it. It's all in the special features too. I suggest picking this up. So you could get at Wally World, and got a cool little 49-minute commentary, but it's broken up into different pieces. One is the construction of the monster. The next one is they called it Mud Moon because it was shot in near London, and it rained, and the ground was just covered in mud. So that's why they called it part of it Mud Moon in the commentary. Making a stagecoach, the special effects that they use, the practical effects for the monster, for the gore, good body count. I was very happy with this. This was a great blind buy. So guys, if you've never seen Blood Moon, highly, highly recommend it. I hope this review helps you out a little bit, and definitely pick this one up. It was a lot of fun, guys. Thanks very much for watching. Unfortunately, all I know is you can get this only on DVD. There is no Blu-ray, but get it anyway. Thanks, guys. Have yourself a good one. Peace.